You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the September 10th joint meeting for the LaPorte County Solid Waste District and the Citizens Advisory Committee. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Call to order the LaPorte County Solid Waste District Board. Everyone stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Mr. Turner, roll call, please, or Robin?
Commissioner Haney,
Present.
Commissioner Grammarosa, Mayor Dermody,
Present.
Mayor Nelson Deitch, Commissioner Hollifield, Councilman Mullenhour,
Present.
Councilman Prespolinski,
Present.
and a quorum.
And I'm sure everyone's had a moment to review the minutes from the district board meeting from August the 20th. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are passed. Claims for August and September. Okay. I asked earlier if there was any issues, and according to Linda, there's no issues, and the claims are ready to be signed after the meeting, right? Okay. Financial reports through August 31st.
As always, it's this colored form you have in front of you. I always point out in the yellow, and if you notice in the yellow, there's a big drop in our new cash balance. And that reason is we took $600,000 out and put it in a CD to try to get the better interest than just letting it sit in our checking and our max account. We didn't have that much in claims, so I don't want you to think that we had $1 million in claims, but we had $600,000 we put into an Horizon CD. And just last month, we made almost $2,049, almost $2,050 on that savings CD.
Okay, so you said 22,000?
2,000.
2,000 is what you made.
Right.
Okay.
For the month.
Okay.
And you don't need approval to move the money
We got the approval at our
at the
July
last one. Okay.
All right. Good.
But we do need a motion to approve the financial statement.
Yes, we do. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the claims?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, on the financial sheet, besides the yellow, is there anything else
Nothing I
you want to bring up? Okay. So the cash balance that we have on hand is $1,376,148.
Yes, sir.
28 cents. Okay.
And that would be sufficient enough to get us through until we get our December distribution.
Yeah, and what is that distribution again? What would that be in December?
Then
You
what's
know,
it averaging?
I mean, ballpark figure.
Probably 2
Average
million.
is like, December is a smaller one, so it averages like $1.5 million. Should be in that ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, very good. And let me go back and welcome the advisory board here this afternoon. We'll get around. If you guys have any, comments or anything that you want to discuss. All right. Comments from the public. There's nobody here from the public today, so we don't have to worry about comments from the public. Directors report, Mr. Turner.
Just an update on our current 2026 budget. We're still on track with our calendar that we presented to you folks earlier. We did take our budget up to the auditor's office and get it filed, stamped for approval of the budget. Public hearing will be the 4th Monday of this month. We still haven't quite determined the times. I'm not sure if we're gonna be there at 5, 5:30, 6:15, but the council's supposed to meet again, I think, tomorrow night. Work on their budget some more and then they'll set their date and time, but tentatively scheduled for September 22nd for our public hearing, and then October 27th for our budget adoption hearing for the county council.
Yeah, there you have in your hand, is that a copy of the agenda or a copy of the budget?
This is a copy of our file budget. It's file stamped with the auditor's office to show that.
Okay, is there a copy in our packet?
No, we forwarded it. You forwarded it to the
I
board
emailed
members.
it to you after it was file stamped.
Well,
You're welcome to see this if you want it.
yeah, you can make me a copy. I'm not gonna look at it now, but I'll make me a copy and, yeah.
How are the raises?
We haven't gotten to that point yet. We'll do that in December.
Okay.
I know the board had recommended that we do merit raises. Our thought is we're gonna try to adjust the wages from our last report that you guys approved for us to do that salary ordinance study or salary study. We had a couple employees that was low. We're gonna try to adjust those and maybe hold the line on the other employees. And then next year, we're gonna start with the merit review. That way everybody knows January 1, you're on your best behavior or your worst behavior is gonna merit your raise.
Are you talking like getting close to those numbers for the low people? And I hate to see that the other people that have performed well would not receive one.
And that all depends upon you folks. We'll make different recommendations to you. We've advertised in this budget 5% just for advertisement purposes. Traditionally, we kind of follow what the county does. If the county gives us 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, whatever, we follow that. There's been no indication, at least to myself, what the county's looking at doing this year, where it's a raise, or whether it's just a bonus type of thing. So,
But you're open to the concept of merit, even if they don't.
yes, because that's basically the instruction that you have given me. But we will bring different scenarios to the board at our board meeting in December for you to make a decision on. And I agree that, no one should be left out, but if we're above the standard, I don't feel as bad not, and I'm one of those that would not get a raise because I'm above the standard in that report. So.
Okay, well, I'm glad to see that you as a director and, your employees sat down and talked about which direction you wanted to go in and which is the fairest direction. So I know it's hard to say, no, I don't want to raise. Yeah, I do want to raise. Everybody wants a raise, right? Everybody wants more money. But you also have to sit back and look at, what's the fairest thing to do, for the group. And
We also have to look at the monies we have coming in.
yeah,
We're a user fee driven entity, so we don't want to raise that user fee if we don't have to.
right.
We want to try to pay our bills and keep everything below the blue line.
And I think that's the way the board looked at it also when we suggested doing the salary study and getting information from a consultant on which direction we go. So, yeah, I think that's being fiscally responsible and prudent to the ratepayers, taxpayers of LaPorte County. So I appreciate what you guys did, and the board, what we've done so far. Okay, yeah, so give me a copy of the budget after the meeting. Because sometimes I don't have time to look in a little bitty screen and on my,
You have to scroll back and forth. to
scroll
see
back and
everything.
forth and lose contents of what I'm looking at over here and bringing it back. So,
Could I ask one question about the budget? And this
Sure,
is
go ahead.
probably, do you sell, so like the city brings trees that they've cut down. We bring those to you. Do you chop those or cut those and then sell them for firewood?
We do.
Okay.
We sell what we can for firewood, and then we also make mulch and compost out of all that product that's brought in there. We have so much mulch, though, that we went to a program of giving it to our residents for free. Some of the lower quality mulch, some of the higher quality mulch will still sell to residents or
We had some of our street team were like, well, hey, we can sell. And I was like, you know what? I think we have a group that does it well. We're not in the business of selling
And it's a lot of work.
firewood,
Cutting
yes.
and splitting firewood, so. If they want to take a trial run, they can come out and work at the
No.
site for a couple
Trust me, I
days.
said they got things to fill, potholes and everything else to do.
Oh, okay, next payloader update.
As you remember, I was looking at trying to purchase a payloader. The board gave me permission to go ahead. We did a resolution for the loan process, which the chairman had to sign once we get to that point. We're putting this kind of on the back burner. I'm gonna look at it again end of October, 1st November. I'm gonna try to see how much money we have in our budget left over from 25. I'd like to try to buy it outright instead of doing a loan. So if I can get towards the end of the year and have enough money, we're sitting on 50,000 right now in a capital asset account. If we could come up with another 150, we can buy it outright. And I've got an offer for our current payloader. On the trade-ins, they were only gonna give me up to 25,000. We have an offer now of 32,000 for it. So got a better offer. That money will go right into purchasing the payloader. We sold another piece of equipment out there that you guys had given me permission a couple of years ago to get rid of for another 10,000. So we're looking at 42,000 dead. So I'm up to 92,000 right now without even looking at my line item to see if I have enough money to purchase it. So that's our goal right now. So it's not a done deal, but it's what we're looking at for end of October, 1st November.
And what was the purchase price again?
They were both between 190,000 and 196,000.
Okay.
That was between a Ronson, or a Doosan, and a Caterpillar.
Okay. Any other questions on the payloader update? None? Okay. New business?
We went out for proposals for HHW contract and our electronic contracts. We have all the proposals here. You should have in your packet a little memo I put together. Household hazardous waste. We started the process in June, the pre-bid meeting. Then in July, we had a actual RFP due date. And then we did the opening on July 11th. And we do this with Lake and Porter in LaPorte. We do it all together, try to get a better rate by getting all of our numbers up. After they came in July, we reviewed them. We received 3 proposals, one from Republic Services. This is all for HHW. One from Viola and one from our current provider, Tredebi Services. It looks, the way the numbers came out, looks like it's gonna still be Tredebi Environmental Services. That's gonna be our provider for 2026. What I need from the board is permission to actually start negotiating the contract to bring back to you for approval.
Speaking of contracts and that type of work, have you ever reached out to Heritage Environmental?
Not personally, but we send out, the RFPs through the different medias. We do it through the advertising, we do it through our web pages. So, if Harrison had an interest, they usually have somebody that kind of seeks out those type of proposals.
Okay.
I didn't personally, I don't believe Lake or Porter did either.
Motion to approve?
Second.
There's a motion to approve and there's a second on the bid proposal for the HHW for 2026.
Right.
Correct? Okay.
And normally it's a 1-year contract with 2 one-year extensions. So if they do well, we can get 3 years out of them at the same price.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed?
And then basically the same thing for our electronics collection, same timeline. We did the pre-bid in June. The due date was July, and we did the opening in July. We also had 3 bidders for our electronics, OmniSource Electronics Recycling, ERI out of Plainfield, and Greenwave Electronics. Greenwave is our current provider. And it appears once we did the analysis, Greenwave is the lowest and most responsive bidder. I recommend that you allow me to reach out to these and start formulating a contract to bring back to the board to sign.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
There's a motion and a second. Motion and a second for the electronics contract for 2026. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay, now, the advisory board. Welcome. And do you have any comments, concerns, issues before the board?
Everything is peachy.
Speechless. Yeah. Do you guys have anything or no?
No.
All right. But I do want to say something about Sasha Burns and the program that you put on, was that Wednesday night?
Last
Or
Thursday, I think. Yeah.
Thursday, yeah. And I was able to get on Zoom, and what it was a through the Green Drinks Association, which is an environmental group out of Michigan City and Northwest Indiana, and the Sustainability Committee out of Michigan City. We're trying to improve recycling in Michigan City, and they got a hold of Sasha, and she put on about an hour-long presentation on YouTube or whatever.
Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, Zoom. Yeah, and did a great job.
Thanks.
Yeah. I learned a few things myself. I try to be the best recycler I can, but even you brought on some other things. And one thing that kind of struck me, and I just want to make sure it was correct, but you were talking about a woman, I believe, that lives in either Indianapolis or Lafayette, and she collects the little
The bread
tabs.
tags, it's in Lafayette. Yeah.
Yeah, off the bread bags, the little plastic tags that you secure the bag with. And then she collects them. And then when she gets so many, she cashes them in for wheelchairs for children.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So we have the box up front in the lobby where you can drop off your bread tags. And so we ship them off to her every time we get a full box. But she did it as part of her college project at Purdue. And then just continued it. I think she's on her 15th or 16th wheelchair that she's bought now for children in need. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy. Yeah, and how many did she ever tell you? How many tags that she's got to collect to get a wheelchair?
No, but usually every time we send her a box of them, she'll put something about us on her Facebook page. That she'll thank us on there. And then whenever she buys a new wheelchair, she always thanks everybody that sent them in.
Yeah.
She'll
So how
tag
big of
us.
a box you guys have to collect before you send it down there to her?
I don't know. It's probably about 10 pounds. 10, 15 pounds of bread tags. We get a pretty good sized box going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to collect that much?
What we do, like maybe once or twice a year, maybe we send them to her. Yeah. And then she has organizations all over the country that are sending her bread tags. So it's not just us.
Okay. No, I found that to be interesting. Yeah. And I was trying to relay that information, to my wife, and she just kind of looked at me like, "Are you sure that's what she was talking about?"
Yeah.
So I was paying attention that night.
Extremely good.
Yeah. But anyway, that was a great program, and if you want to do it some other time, I'd be more than happy to try to promote it for you and get that information out to the county residents and especially the city residents, because I know we're trying to improve things over there. So, all right. Any comments from board members? Anybody have anything they'd like to add this afternoon?
Got our pickup this weekend, right?
Right, we are 7 and 1 this Saturday here at the fairgrounds, 8 to 1.
8 to 1.
Yes. And plus, Michigan City has their waste not drop off at the airport Saturday also. So if you got mattresses or trash, take that to the Michigan City airport. If you got recyclables or hazardous waste, bring it out to our fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Actually, Michigan City's doing a collection tonight also at the
Yeah, they had one today.
8 to 12. Yeah.
Yeah. And I took some stuff out there. So, yeah, it's great.
Was that grant funded, Don?
Pardon?
How did you guys fund that event? The cleanup? Just,
I mean, it's
City
just,
budget.
it's city workers, that are out there doing it, and you pull up at the airport, you come in off of 212, and they have 3 boxes set up, and they have somebody checking you in and checking your ID, making sure you're from Michigan City, and then you drive over to the payloader, and they help you unload whatever you have in the payloader and put it in the boxes. So, yeah, something new that we're trying in Michigan City, trying to alleviate. After the city does their city cleanup, whether it's in the spring or in the summer or in the fall, and then it's always like a week later, there's people putting stuff out again, and it's just a constant, I'm going to say a constant battle of trying to keep the city clean. And yeah, the city decided to go a different route. They have people, if they have time during the week, to bring their items out to the airport or whenever they have this. They're not going to do it every week of the year, but whenever they do it, they'll advertise it, bring it out there, and in the long run, I'm sure it saves in the expense of running a payloader around town and 2 dump trucks behind it, and then paying for the maintenance and the gas and the oil, and 3 employees riding around picking this stuff up day in and day out. So, yeah. So we started that over in Michigan City, and hopefully it'll be successful. Any other comments, questions? None? Motion to adjourn?
second.
Okay. All right. All those in favor? Aye. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you very much.